just three major ones. Other ones are sub categories. So we have the pendant, we have the upright, and the sidewall discharge sprinkler. So you can be seeing that some people will say concealed pendant sprinkler, suspended. All of those ones are still pendant sprinkler because if there's no pendant, there's nothing we're going to conceal. Okay, that's just that about that. So let's go into the modeling, like I said. So we're going to be creating floor plans for our firefighting system. So there are two ways to create new floor plan. I think everyone that I've taught you, each of the disciplines will have gone through that. I don't have to reinvent the wheel. So let me just go to one of the elevations. So I can see, let me go to this. Then I don't know, maybe you people are.
Hi, sir. Screen is not visible.
And just share your screen with us, sir.
Oh, share your screen. Oh, sorry. Yes. Can you see my screen now?
Yes,
Can anyone see my screen? Okay, okay. So what I was asking is that, has anyone introduced you to creating selling plans? Have you worked on selling plan before? Selling plans. On this project too, you've not worked on any selling plan. Selling plan. Because we are going to be hosting those sprinklers to the ceiling, actually. So that is.
So we are hosting some of our events.
The reference place.
The ceiling, so we are not hosting it on the ceiling because there are most of the equipment they are not hosted on. So they are not hosted, so we can select any level for it.
Okay, so there are two things actually. One of the things that will affect your hosting of sprinkler to the ceiling is the architect give you a reflected ceiling plan. That's one. Then the second thing is the family, the sprinkler family you are using. Is it going to be hosting to the ceiling, or is it going to be hosting to the wall, or is it going to be hosting to a reference plane, or is it just not non-hosted? You know, you can use non-hosted too. That just be floating in. So let me first check this model. Maybe it has a reflected ceiling plan. How do we do that? So we copy. Let me copy monitor. Let me select this link. Copy multiple, right to left, filter, none except levels. Okay. Then quite sure I want to do all of this. Okay, let me do this. Okay, that's been created before. Okay, finish. Now let me go to view. Plan. See, instead of doing floor plan, I'm now doing reflected ceiling plan. So let me do this. So we have ceiling 1 and 2. Other ones are level 2, parapet and roof. So let me create ceiling 1 and 2. Let me just create ceiling 1 and 2. Let me edit the view template. Let me take it to firefighting. Let me say mechanical ceiling. What is subdiscipline? I may want to create another one here called firefighting. What discipline should it be under? Let it be under mechanical. Okay, let me apply this. Okay. So the architect did not provide a reflected ceiling plan. Do you see that it's empty? So we are going to be making do with the floor plan of the house. So I can go back. And do floor plan instead of doing ceiling. Do not. Then I can now copy. So which level have you been using before? Is it level 1 or 2? Because I'm very sure this thing has just 1 to 2 levels. So you're just using level 1 and 2. 1, Abby. Okay, let me just use 1 and 2. Let me use 1 and 2 mechanical. Let me change this to firefighting. So what I will be creating now is the floor plan. So what difference does it really make using ceiling plan or using floor plan? Is there anyone that can explain that to me? This is a floor plan. I actually created a ceiling plan before, but I found out that there was no ceiling. So the architect did not create a ceiling plan, so it will not work. So I had to go to my floor plan. So what difference does it make? Is there anyone that can explain to me? Is there anybody online that is that can explain the reason why I wanted to use a ceiling plan before?
Okay,
Why
sir.
are we using?
So when you use
Okay,
ceiling plan,
continue.
you don't have to increase elevation. It gets posted on the ceiling directly.
Yeah, good, good. That's very good. When you are using a ceiling plan, your element you are hosting the ceiling. You don't have to be worried about the elevation. It's hosting directly to the ceiling. That's if the architect has actually given you a ceiling. But this architect, there's no ceiling there. All right. Okay, sir.
So, start working on floor plan.
Mm.
Walk
Walk up. Yes.
Floor plan. You can still put
The elevation. Yes. So it's just one of the advantage that the person that answered the question just states. There are more than one. The other advantage that it has is that you're going to know maybe that ceiling, that element you want to host that ceiling can actually work. Because if you're hosting your air terminal that is 600 by 600, and the architect is not giving you a 600 by 600 tank, and you don't know, you understand? Maybe the architect is giving you a 300 by 300, or let's say he's even using a POP, and you are already specifying that issue, all of that. So that is the reason why you actually request for reflected ceiling plan. So you're going to know maybe what you are proposing is going to work on site when they start to make the ceiling itself. I don't know, maybe you get what I'm saying. So the people that normally use reflected ceiling plan are majorly firefighting sprinklers engineers, HVAC engineers, and lighting engineers. Because you don't want to do something, okay, let's say you are proposing a panel light of, let's say, 120 by 600, and the ceiling is, let's say, is a POP ceiling, or what ceiling that, or there's not even a ceiling, it's just this one, this kind of slab. It's just a slab, open slab. Do you understand? There's no suspended ceiling. Are you are proposing, it says 1,200 by 600 recessed panel light. It's not going to work. So you have to change your lighting to a service mounted. So adding been, you've actually worked with your architect, asking for the reflected ceiling plan, you've checked it, you wouldn't have had that issue. Do you understand?
So is there a reason why you don't use firefighting template instead of it?
I didn't find it there. Okay, we have it. There's no reason why I thought we don't have it. Because when I checked, okay. So this firefighting template, so it will remove all the. Thank you. So now, like I said, these are spaces that has been created. Now, these spaces, we need to put sprinkler, but we need to know the number of sprinkler that we put. Don't forget, we have area of coverage of a sprinkler, which you got to be what? I have to record it. No. Each sprinkler, no. 10.8. So now, what is the area of this space? What's the area of this space? This particular space. This one I clicked on. There should be. I think HVAC had to work on this model before now. Have you?
Yes.
They create spaces now.
Yes. Space have been created.
Oh, so this is 21. This is 21.8. You've seen it a bit 21. That's, let's say, 22 square meter.
Yeah.
So 22 square meter going by our sprinkler coverage. How many sprinkler are we going to need here? God bless you. So I want us to do a small calculation using Revit schedule. Let's just do it. Okay, so let's go to analyze. Let's do schedule. So we say, okay, let me rename this one to be fire. Are you with me? Fire sprinkler. Okay, so I go to.
How did you come to this report?
Okay, let me go back. I did, okay. So I go to analyze tab. Are you seeing it? Then I go to schedule. So I can rename this one to anything I like. Let's say E. Okay, so we do what? Fire. Fire sprinkler. Systems. So I go to area A. Let me go. No, no. I'm looking for. Let me do rooms. Oh, sorry, please.
Also, if you consider
Okay. How do I get to? Just a moment, please. Sorry. Okay.
still is fun.
So I think it's rooms now. How am I now? Yeah. Okay, so I think it's room. You are going to select room as the category. So after that, you are going to select some items. The first one I want to select here is area. Then the second one is levels. Levels. Then the other one I want to select is number. The number of number. Then the next one is name. Name. So these are you saying it? So these are the four things we'll be needing for this application. So we're now going to create some calculated parameters. Look at the calculated parameters. So this calculated parameter is now the one that is going to show us. Okay, before I go there, I will have to include its element that is linked. That is include element in links. So I want to create calculated parameter. This calculated parameter is going to tell us that if I divide what I did before to know the number of sprinklers is going to be required in a room, is when you divide your sprinkler coverage coverage area by when you divide the space you have by the coverage area, you are going to know the number of sprinklers that you need. And we've gotten our coverage area of each sprinkler to be 10.8, right? So if the space we are introducing sprinklers to is now, let's say, 20. For that reason, we are going to have how many? 2. So that's what I want it to just populate without we doing it ourselves. So let me just put in the parameters. So I'm going to say area per sprinkler, area per sprinkler. Do we get it? So we say it common, then number, then the formula will now be 10 point what? 10.8, because that's the area per sprinkler. Do we get it?
So to be 10 point, okay,
Do you get it? So I think the question the new people that are just joining us should be asking is, how did you get the area per sprinkler, which we have actually discussed in our theory class, Abi? So let's go forward. So we are going to add another one. This other one will now be required sprinkler. Required sprinkler. Then we say number again. Then we're now going to say area. Don't forget that this thing, this formula, is this space or cell? It's like an Excel. This formula area you are typing your formula to is case sensitive. When I was trying to populate this thing yesterday, I was not careful of the capital letters. So I saw the first one area, then the second one is not capital letter AREA. So it could not link the two together. I said it's case sensitive. So I found that to area. Okay. You see? No. We have area here. Look at it. Look at this left hand side.
Do you need to use that?
No, I don't think so. I don't need it. So area, let me give you space. No. Area per. Yeah.
You can actually select instead of typing.
Okay, I can select. Okay, let me. Oh, okay. I think that will be better. So, yeah.
Delete everything and select. Area.
Okay, this. Let me change this one to integer. Wait.
What's this?
Sir, can you check the unit of area per sprinkler in the parameter?
You said what?
Area per sprinklers parameter, that parameters unit. I believe that should be area only. But I like can you go to manage and that parameters list parameters, project
Okay,
parameters?
I'm coming, please. Let me
Yes,
leave this
yes.
space. I'm coming, please. Wait, I'm looking for number. Okay, so you see that. Let me just cancel. Okay, you said what? I should go
Yeah,
to
project parameters, and the kindly find that area per sprinkler.
area per sprinkler. Let me search. It's not here.
Uh, okay, you created that parameter only, right?
Yes, I just created it.
Then it should be reflected. Was that a shared parameter?
I'm not sure it's a shared parameter. Let me check shared parameter.
Sorry, sir. Since we know
Yeah.
the area, the required area is 10.8.
Mm.
So can't we just do required sprinkler size equals area divided by 10.8?
Oh, we can do that,
So,
but I just want you to in a way in a particular situation that you don't have a consistent sprinkler for everything. So you will not necessarily be using 10.8 every time. Do you understand?
yes,
In
sir,
a
yes,
case you
sir.
are not using the same sprinkler type in all spaces, that's what I'm saying. Okay, let me go back to where I started from, and I think I should find a way around it. Let me edit. Let me go to calculated parameter. Let me call it required sprinkler gas sprinkler. Okay, formula numbers. Now let me say the formula will now be area, yes, of the space divided by, or is there any other way you type divided by? Is it that forward slash or
This inconsistent unit is giving me. I don't think it's wrong. Say units inconsistent unit. Okay, the unit for area here is different from the unit of area per sprinkler, so we have to check it.
okay? Units, yeah, Abby.
Yes. Same inconsistent unit, inconsistent unit.
No, the area is meter squared. Yeah, are you saying it?
So it's area per sprinkler. We should not put unit.
Oh.
Area is correct, but area per sprinkler we not put unit. Yes.
Hey, we did not define it. Should we define it?
Define it,
Oh,
yes.
okay. Okay, let us divide the units.
Yeah, we are getting more.
Yeah, that will be in each space. So how do we go to the definition of the sprinkler area per sprinkler? Okay, you Henabi.
No.
Wait, some- Yeah, so edits, I'm coming. Units, condition, units.
It's general.
Is general, is here, general.
We use it for, I think it's not the most general we use that. Foods, calculates food. Foods. I can use calculate food now.
I don't know, I'm just
No,
condition, edit
I
one.
use no calculation.
It was no calculation that was there before. Let us use total. Let us see. But it's what this thing worked yesterday. I want to add another parameter. Let me say require sprinkler. Let me just say RS. Numbers, formula, let's say area. Okay, divided by area per sprinkler. Is that not?
Sir, just one request. Can you please recreate area per sprinkler parameter?
You said, what did you say? Sorry.
Area
Can
per sprinkler parameter.
Sprinkler pipe parameter.
This area per sprinkler. Area per sprinkler.
Okay, the parameter. Okay.
Yeah, kindly recreate that. Yeah. Delete this or recreate this or edit would be. Yeah. That's okay.
Area per sprinkler.
Yeah,
numbers.
this should be area. This should be area.
Oh, this should be area.
Area. Yes.
Yes. It's area. Thank you.
Welcome, sir.
10.8. Yeah, that is it. So we also required spring. This cannot be number. So the formula will now be area, okay, divided by, yeah, it has worked. So we need to create another one. We call this one the minimum amount of sprinkler. So we say minimum. No. Come to formula, come to, yeah, this one can be integer. Can see this one is the same thing as the sprinkler. Okay. You see what we mean? What the reason why I did that minimum sprinkler is if it is giving me in decimals. So this one will just give me integer. Do you understand? That's why I rounded it up. Like required sprinkler is 2 point something, but I had to round it up to 2. That's why I did it. Do you understand? So this one is giving me 20.4. This one is giving me 20. So we are going to be working with this minimum amount of sprinkler per unit area per area. So let's go. So should we put name? Okay, we have name already. So how do we now know? I want to. How can this space? The name of the space is but it's supposed to be showing now.
We put it up under mechanical. You know this firefighting. Go to firefighting.
We have okay. The view template. Okay. Okay, you already off the
search for space.
Space tag is there now. Room is also there. Why is it not showing? So it's room tag. Under model. It cannot be under model. It's not possible. Okay, so how do I
We go to anything.
can I go to coordination? Let me check. Why is firefighting under one? It's not even level one.
Can you check if it's on any back?
That's what I'm trying
Any
to.
back block?
Age work.
HVAC is collapsed. Okay, that's
Okay, it was ceiling plan you created now. Oh, this is not your HVAC.
it's not right.
Which one did you use for HVAC? HVAC is not showing you.
No, why is it not showing? Okay, that's
HVAC is ceiling I'm seeing, and then elevation, no floor plans. Are you sure this is your latest model?
we saw something now. We saw our work. Go to make, go to that make. So clean our open tabs, our open
Our what?
the open tabs.
Okay, the tabs that I've opened before.
Go to here, look at what we have there. That's clear.
Okay. I did it. Okay, this is I'm showing you now. Space tag. Space tag.
Space tab.
Space tag. Sorry, I have a lot of project open. Sorry, please. Okay, space tag.
That's not our own.
That's not what we're working with, Abby. Is it this one?
Yes.
Space. Are you sure you not hide it?
Press V
VV will not work because of the
because of the
view templates. Why is this space is not showing? And I don't want us to be doing manual. We cannot be dividing the area by it will be too stressful. Let us check it, put the sprinkler, and let us connect. That's what I want us to do.
we'll still keep working.
So
Put that annotation.
annotation, Abby. Okay. Space tag.
Yeah, okay.
Everything is on. Okay, let me change the view template to mechanical. Let me see what will happen.
You are all already.
I've done the other.
That's it.
Okay. Annotation. It's not showing.
Yeah.
You've applied. Okay, no. Let us just start. I can be checking this mech too. So this is office, Abby. So office is 22 square meters. So what's our schedule showing? Our schedule is saying is 2 sprinklers. So our decision now is what type of sprinkler are we using? We are going to be using a pendant sprinkler. It's going to be concealed. I don't know, maybe you have seen a pendant concealed sprinkler before. It's going to have. Am I good to show my? Okay, let me just see. Pen. So here's the pendant sprinkler head. So if I say concealed, concealed is so this is a concealed sprinkler, pendant sprinkler. So what it means is that you are going to have the pendant, but it's going to be concealed. You are going to be seeing something that is white. So if you are not doing your BOQ or you are specifying, you are going to specify the temperature at which that concealed, this thing is going to rupture. Because if that one did not come down, that bulb inside the sprinkler too will not rupture. So they have different temperature rating. That concealed, that thing you use to conceal the sprinkler, that is giving that aesthetic look. That doesn't make it to flush with the ceiling. It ruptures faster than the pendant itself. Let's say the pendant ruptures at, let's say, 16 degrees Celsius. This concealed, the plate, the concealed plate ruptures at, let's say, 53. So it's just sensible. It's just saying that one ruptures first. Because if it does not go up, you are not going to get to that place. Do we understand?
Yes.
Okay. So now let me go and insert. Let me insert. I go to my load family. So I go to my desktop where I have my desktop. I have stops for training. I have Okay, these ones are just books. Okay, I have sprinklers here. So these are the type of sprinklers that we have. We have the dry horizontal side wall. We have all of that, but I'm not using all of this. Let me just use. No, sorry. Let me use. Let me use this one, pendant. Okay. Okay. So let me search for what I just brought you. This is it here. So look at this one. This one has a coverage circle, which you can actually use to know your coverage. So what did you call our coverage? 10.3. We can say 11 square meters. So what would be the radius? If you're having 10 square meter coverage, what would be the radius? Because
in this area,
10 point, let's just use 11. You can use Google. If the area of a circle is yes, now just do it. 1.8. So this, look at the coverage. Look at this parameter here. Do you see anything like coverage radius? Yeah. Is that the diameter of the radius you just gave me? Okay, so this unit is in mm. So I'm going to put it at 1 point. What do you call it? 1870. 1870. So there's not much of difference. You see, there's difference. So you see that it's not covered the whole of the space. So that's why we are now going to need another one. Okay, let's put it at the center. This place is giving us 2, but what you are seeing here is 1. We can consider 1. You can consider 1, but it's not well covered. That's what it is. It's not well covered. Yeah. So we can just do create. Then I like it to interlock like this. So this one too, this other one, how many do we need here? Let me look at the name. Everything is the same thing, 20, 22, 22, 22, 25. So let us just do 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. So this will be okay. So we have to be considerate of the elevation too. If you check this elevation, what elevation? Since we are not working with the ceiling plan, so we are going to put it at what elevation? 2600. Have you? Okay, so of the ceiling, have you? So we are not more saying it that because of the range. So we can change it to, let's say, 3000. Because it's not going to be seeing another floor. Okay, so I can create. Okay, I can even copy this, put it here. Put this one. Yeah, it's 2. Everything here is 2. Oh,
I not saying 1.
Which one? Get this guest room. We've not found out what guest room is. We have not got to guest room. Can we even be doing it here, I beg? Guest room. Where's the guest room? Where's that? Maybe it's another level. Okay, so janitor. Janitor space is 12 cubic meter. That one cannot be more than 1. Have you? We don't have to be checking every time now. Have you? Electrical room, you cannot put sprinkler in electrical room. Hope you know. Why? I told you you cannot put anything water in electrical room. You cannot. We are not putting anything here. Yeah, no. Yes, well, but you cannot extinguish fire from electrical devices with water. It's not possible. So you use maybe cleaning agent, or you use DCP, that's dry chemical powder. That's what we talked about before now. Okay. So office space, this will be 2. Let's put 1 and 2. This will be 2, 1 and 2. This will be 1 and 2.
Sorry, your question. Do you also consider the space that we between the sprinklers?
Yes, we are going to consider those ones now. Yes. We are going to consider everyone. We are just putting in the spaces first. So let's go to the other places. There's one. So this one is too close to the wall, but we are going to arrange everything later. 1 and 2. So BSEN 12845 states that when there's a partition, you actually neglect the spaces in between sprinklers. But if you have an open space, let's say an auditorium, or you have a very large open office, then you cannot be considering the space between sprinklers. The reason why I said that, if you are considering the spaces between sprinklers and you want to be stringent with that, you might be having sprinkler falling onto another place that is not even the partition. So the partition take preference over your spacing. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? The only time you can be using spacing, let's say 3.4.6 and 3.7 as a minimum, that is when you have an open space, then you cannot be considering those things. But now that you are now constrained with the demarcation partitions, then you must make sure that each space have at least a sprinkler, as per this schedule that we just did. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Now tell me what I said.
It's not what to say. When it comes to they are really as a partition, they don't have a partition. So the partition we take preference. I mean, we have to consider the partition.
Because if we want to be adamant on the fact that you must have that 4.6 minimum sprinkler space. You might have left some place that is actually a partitioned space, and you know those spaces can actually go up, and fire can actually come into that place without you having any protection for it. Do you understand? So, hey, look at this conference room now. You can't take preference of your 3.15 or you get this one. I don't know why. No, let me check. Conference.
Yes.
It's 3. Look at it. 33. Yeah. Okay, we have so many conference room. Oh, sorry. Level. Oh, it's level 2 we are starting with. We are supposed to start with level 1, but let's start with level 2. No problem. We are going to go to level 1. So conference room should have at least 4. Are you sure we are not overkilling this? Left to me, this thing should not be more than 1. 10.8. Are you sure? 10.8. Coverage area is 10.8. Let me measure something. DI. Let me measure something. This 3.7. Where did you get that 10.8? How did you get it?
Based on that model.
It was that big model that I was using before. That's my okay. Look at it. This was what gave us 10.8. This was the drawing I used before. Not this one. No wonder the thing is giving us. Okay, no. So let us go back to. I was wondering that this thing is overkill. How will we put 4 sprinkler inside this place? It's too much now. Okay, so let's go back. Let's reverse. So so we want to calculate the area. So how do we get the area per sprinkler? So what hazard are we using here? Let's use a light hazard. Let's go to the light hazard. Let's go to the light hazard. Just to it. Light hazard. Light hazard has 21 meters squared per sprinkler. So give us 21 meters squared. So 21 meters squared. So let us look at the assumed maximum area of operation. What's our assumed maximum area of operation, please? 84. So if we measure 84 from here, how many sprinklers are we going to be covered? You say we should cover 4. That's if you have not had any scheme design before. You can use this 4. You know, when we use 20, this one was giving us 18. So this one is now giving us 4. So we can say 4. So the maximum area of operation of 84 meters square is going to be 4 sprinklers. So let me go. So if you have 21 square meter, the diameter will be what? The radius will be what? 21 square meter. Please let us do it so that we can change this thing. Okay. So we need to change it here, not even this. Area per sprinkler. Is there a way you can edit? Okay. So this will not be 21. So if you see now, see, you see that it has changed. Hey, everybody, please listen. If you see the minimum amount of sprinkler now, it has changed to what? Most of them are now 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. I think this is now sensible.
Wait, in first drawing, we don't use lights for glasses.
No, we use ordinary asset. Ordinary asset.
Not ordinary asset. But if we use ordinary asset,
Ordinary hazard also has different.
so what kind of training was that?
That I use ordinary asset. It's an office space. It's an office space. It's an office space with a lot of books and a lot of files. So if you have a lot of book and a lot of files, is majorly ordinary hazard. Then to your own discretion, you may put it as ordinary hazard group 1, 2, or 3. You get. There are a lot of consideration as per what is going to be ordinary hazard. There is a lot of book you can read on it anyway. Okay, let me give you one. But I don't want to read. Oh, okay. Okay. So they are not even giving us what we have a lot of things to do. Please let us move very fast. Okay, so the minimum sprinkler requirement for all these species are 1, 1, 1, 1. So let us go back. Okay, so this place is going to be 1. This place is going to be 1. This place is going to be 1. This place is 1. This place is 1. This place is 1. This place is 1. Then sometimes you consider your client too. If you use high hazard for some people now, they might not be able to afford the number of sprinklers that is going to generate from it. Because we're using a very small square area.
It also speaks that the client's budget, that is what we consider.
It's not majorly you.
I'm not saying majorly.
Because you cannot be using light hazard for a petrochemical storage. Yet, well, you can call it to the but the hazard itself is the way they are prone to fire. They are the danger. This place can be something like light hazard design. Is what is here. But in a place where you have a lot of book, okay, let me give you an example. There was a visa storing office, a store, but it's not visa here. So you know they are keeping record. Yes. And they even said this code they are having with me is going to be recorded. Because if visa a record of visa that they've approved in the past and they want to check it, if you get bonds, they are going to arrest the engineer. So they recorded the code. I did not design with any light hazard. I use high hazard. So those are the things. So you understand now. So those are the things.
Okay.
You centralize it.
What's this?
So you centralize. This one is two numbers, I mean. Two numbers, 1, 1, 1. Okay, I think that's all. What is here? What is here? What is here?
It's an open space.
It's an open space, I mean. Okay. Here, God, what is here? Nothing. No, you two did not provide cooling here. But let me check. It's a conference room, we'll see it. So you can go. So don't forget the type of sprinkler we are using. We are using a pendant sprinkler. What does that dictate? It dictates that the pipe is going to go above the sprinkler. So by the time I start drafting the pipe now, you see that instead of me using 2.6, I'll use something like 2.750. So that and then cannot drop. God bless you. That's a pendant sprinkler. But if you're using an upright sprinkler, your pipe will be below, then your sprinkler will now rise up. Do you understand? That's upright sprinkler. So if I'm using an upright sprinkler now, my elevation of pipe will be something around 2.5 because my sprinkler is at what? 2.6. But if I'm using a pendant sprinkler, it will be at 2.7, 2.750 or 2.8. Do we understand? This is an open office, so A221. Hello. This place is an open office. That's what I'm saying. This open office, we are now going to use your distance apart. Do you understand? So now let's start. So you have a minimum distance to the wall. Do you understand? There's a minimum distance to the wall. So I'm going to do an array now. 1, 2, 3. So I can do DI. This place to this place to this place. So what is the minimum distance between two sprinklers there that we read in light hazard? You people, you are not following me. We can screenshot it, Abby, but I think people have screenshots. The maximum, sorry, that's the maximum. That is the highest you can go. The distance apart, the farthest distance apart should be 4.6. Lesser. Let's just use. I prefer to use 3. I prefer to use 3. It's because of Nigeria factor. 2,000, yes. So this one too can be 3,000. If I use 3,000, it will go against the number of sprinklers that is supposed to be here. Let me check it. Open office level 2, Abby. Open office level 2. Open office. Open office level 2. 11. 11. Okay, let's see. What am I doing my WhatsApp? So this is 1, 2, 3, Abby. Okay, we might do something more than 3, shall we? Let's do something like I'm coming 1. Okay, so I can equalize it. I can equalize this. So after equalization, I can now delete the constraint. Then with delete constraint, then measure what distance it has given. Is 3.3. Who said 3.3 before? So 3.3 is okay. So now we can now copy. This is how many is this? 4. We can copy this. Then type 3.3 again. 3.3. Then type 3.3 again. Do we understand?
Yes.
I think it's okay. 1, yes, we now space it properly. 1, 2, 3. How many? 12. I tell you it's okay. If we have 11, we have it's okay now because there's some landing up that we have done too. Is that what? You mean we should change? You know this, what's it called? Sprinkler that we are using, the coverage is not what you are supposed to put. You know, it's still bearing that 10.8. Okay, let us do the proper coverage. What is the coverage of 21 square meter? If a sprinkler is 21 square meter, what will be the radius? So that we change this thing from 1.87 to the property. Do you understand what I'm saying? You know, we change it from 10.8 square meter. Now we are now using 21 square meter. If you're using 21 square meter, what's going to be the radius? So that this sprinkler is going 2.5 ahead. So this sprinkler is going to give us the right 2580. Abi. Not just you. Select then 2580. Is it? You see now. This is what we're supposed to. So we're now adjusting it. I want it to be consistent. We are running out of time. Okay, so I want to ask of you, do you all understand how we are getting the sprinkler radius, the coverage radius? Those of some people do not start with us. So how we are getting the sprinkler radius is by the coverage of each sprinkler. And we are getting the coverage of each sprinkler from standard. We are using a light hazard sprinkler. And he told us that for each sprinkler should be 21 square meter. So if we want to get the radius of the sprinkler to do 21 square meter, what is it going to be? So now doing the circumference, then we get the radius. The radius is not giving us 2 point something, so that's what we got it. Okay, I think the distance to this place is going to be different from that one. So let us just go maybe 3.5, 3500. And this one to 3500. I can extend. I don't want to introduce another one. Let me just do manually. Let me do it manually. Let me bring this one down. This one too. So the goal is just that the circles should touch. So this one, which one? It's already touching it now. So the circle should. So this, what you are seeing here is the coverage. Like you're looking at it from up. So if this one discharges, it's going to enter into this one. This one. So this place is fully covered. So if we're having the same thing here, then I think I need to hide this element. So if I can do this, then copy this, take it here. What happened? So don't forget, this is just sprinkler. We have not gotten to the fact. Do we still have class tomorrow?
Yes.
Good. So we are going to be doing the major hydraulic calculation tomorrow. We still have. Okay. So I think we are covered for the ground floor, for the first floor. So let's go to the ground floor. We're supposed to start from the ground floor actually. So what floor? What is the name of this place? Make two. I don't want to be the only one talking. Do you understand what I'm doing? Victor, Mr. Victor Adeomi. He said what? Okay, Victor, you said you don't understand what we are doing. So what we are doing is just to spread. So the sprinkler has a coverage area which is specified in the books. As I said, firefighting is not majorly of drafting. You have to understand the theory. There's no way you're going to go about it. If you know, you see, we dwell more in the first part of the class on theory. That we are doing sprinkler types, hydraulic calculation, the density, the K factor, all of that. We need to understand all those things. So what we did in the first part of this course was to tell you that each sprinkler has its own what? Its own coverage. According to what? According to your hazard level that you are considering. And that thing, if you're going to be using standard, you're going to stick to a standard. Is that you're using NFPA or you're using BSEN. What we have adopted in this class of ours is what? BSEN, which states that for a light hazard, the coverage area of a sprinkler is going to be 21 square meter. Then for a light hazard, or ordinary hazard rather, is going to be 12 square meter. Then the last one is the high hazard, which is going to be 9 square meter. You will see that if you have a space of 100 square meter, and you are going to be dividing 21 by 100, you are going to be having lesser sprinkler head. That was the reason why we're having 2 sprinkler heads in a space before, because we were using another hazard level for this place. Do you understand? So the hazard is just like you are going to, you want to be careful, you are afraid. Okay, they say you should store money in currency. Let's say you are storing dollar inside your house. Then beside your house, you have a refinery or somewhere they are storing fuel. And I ask you to protect it. What level of hazard are you going to use to protect that your space where you have a lot of dollars? It's going to be very high hazard. You might even be having in a space of 1 square meter, you might be having more than 2 sprinklers. I trust you like money. So these are the things I'm talking about. So the hazard level will determine the amount of sprinkler that is going to be in a space. Do we understand? Do we understand? That is why we're having different approaches to this thing. So if you look at these spaces that is having 21 square meter, this is almost like the coverage of the sprinkler itself, because we're having 21 square meter. So this is a light hazard that we're designing. So we have not done anything too big. Look at it. So the following maximum value for sprinkler head spacing for normal sprinklers, according to classification of risk, are common to most codes. Light hazard, 21 square meter per sprinkler. Ordinary hazard, 12 meters squared per sprinkler. High hazard, 9 square meter per sprinkler. This area is calculated as that located between 4 adjacent sprinkler head and is regardless of the spacing method used for sprinkler, that is standard or staggered for ordinary hazard risks. The maximum allowable distance between sprinkler head for standard sprinkler spaces in most countries is this. So it's not, they are not saying you cannot go below it, but they're just saying the standard. Okay. And standard means the minimum requirement. You can go below it. You can decide to say, okay, I'm using light hazard, right? But I still want it to be let's say 2 meters apart. Is your money. But their own standard is that it should not be more than 4.6. Look at. No, we don't use, are we using rule of thumb? We are not using any rule of thumb. No, I don't want people to assume. Ordinary hazard, we use 4.0. You are saying ordinary hazard is 4.6. It's 4.0. High hazard is what? 3.7. So in our next class, that's we are going for a break now. We are going to be doing what? We are going to be putting sprinkler heads for the ground floor. We are on the first floor like this. So